Welcome to today's video. The style of this video will be slightly different than usual. The first loop will be a voiceover explaining the services given to this patient by me, and the second loop will be a hypnotic trance experience for you. Today we are going to apply some moving cupping and Gua Sha to this patient's upper back and shoulders, as well as some gentle Tuina massage on their scalp. We begin by applying a thin layer of oil to the back, which will allow the cups to glide more smoothly. As I apply the oil, I palpate the muscles such as the trapezius and the upper regions of latissimus dorsi, feeling for any fascial adhesions or tension points. This gentle touch also helps the patient ease into the session. As the weather is beginning to become more cold here, we want to expel exogenous pathogens such as dampness and cold, as well as internal pathogens such as dampness and heat, as well as wind. Wind and heat can also be exogenous. So these pathogens can inhibit the proper flow of qi and blood, and today we will expel the pathogens and create that room for flow of fresh qi and blood. Here I'm using 2 small silicone cups. Their flexible design allows for suction that gently lifts the skin and fascia. We can already see the Sha beginning to rise. The sand-like bruise, otherwise called petechia. Those small red dots, or petechia, which indicate internal heat or stagnation leaving the body. Pale suggests qi or blood deficiency, and dark purple reflects deeper blood stasis often seen in injuries or pathogens that have been long-standing. As I said before, this method both releases adhesions and invites fresh qi and blood into the tissues. Today, the moving cupping here is mostly on the urinary bladder channel on either side of the spinal vertebra and along the outer corners. We're also affecting muscles such as the top portion of latissimus dorsi, as well as the levator scapula on a slightly deeper level than trapezius. We're also working on supraspinatus muscles, which are part of the rotator cuff. Besides the urinary bladder channel, we're also working on the gallbladder, small intestine, San Jiao, and Dumai. Essentially by tracing and activating these meridians, we expel external pathogens such as wind, cold, and dampness, and balance internal heat or damper tension. This brings not just muscular relief, but systemic balance. Just moving the cups along this patient's back in the areas where I felt tension and fascial adhesions while I was palpating. Typically, most people will feel somewhat tender in the hours that follow treatment. Yet, the following day, they will usually feel an ease of flow and improved range of motion. Just placing the cup to be stationary for a moment while I work on the other side. And the feedback I received from this session the following day is that he was feeling much more at ease, which is always great to hear. Most folks, bruising will heal within 48 to 72 hours. However, we all have unique healing times. This rhythmic motion can be quite relaxing for both the individual receiving as well as the practitioner, or you, the observer. Just taking a seat here while I work on the levator scapula. Working in the shoulder region, addressing any tension in the trapezius muscle as well. In this region, we are simultaneously working on gallbladder and small intestine channels. Now, allowing everything to start to relax. This patient was falling asleep throughout quite often. One might imagine that the suction and pressure would make one alert. However, although one may feel energized after a session, the process itself can be quite relaxing. Now, about to move that cup over trapezius and levator scapula on the patient's left side. Another reason why these services can allow a time of rest, deep rest, and sometimes sleep, is likely due to the fact that in this position, much like the crocodile pose in yoga, the chest cannot expand much for a breath. Thus, the breath becomes more focused in through the diaphragm, which can assist vagal tone. Now placing the cup stationary on 214, level with the lower border of C7, that is the 7th cervical vertebra. Here I'm just placing some light, gentle pressure, doing some Tuina massage on San Jiao, small intestine, gallbladder, urinary bladder, and eventually Dumai. more on Dumai. As I mentioned, we placed the cup at Du 14, also called Da Jui, referring to a great vertebra or a great hammer. This point is wonderful for releasing neck pain and stiffness in the back, as this channel, the Dumai, begins below the coccyx and flows all the way up the spine, over the center of the occiput, over the center apex of the scalp, and straight down the center of the forehead, where it flows and ends at the philtrum above the upper lip. Massaging around Gallbladder 20. Fengchi, this wind pool, is wonderful for releasing wind and heat. Massaging the other side. Here I'm just palpating the muscles alongside the cervical spine, just to see if anything requires some Gua Sha here, but today his neck muscles felt very supple, very relaxed. Still just gently stimulating the area to bring some qi and blood to the orifices. Now working around Du 16, Du 17. These areas are also very powerful for any neck tension. Gradually working my way up the Du channel with some light stimulation of the hair follicles to encourage relaxation of the fascia, the galea aponeurotica. Moving up gradually, just about to reach Du 20 by Hui. Also working on Shi Shen Cong for extra points surrounding Du 20. This collection of points can also be referred to as for alert spirit or simply mind hearing. These will amplify the benefits of Du 20, expelling wind, calming the spirit, relieving headaches, insomnia, or poor memory. Once again, gently stimulating the hair follicles. This sensation can bring great relief. If you massage your scalp now, you might notice some areas might feel like divots, some might feel like bumps or areas of tension. It's definitely an area that we sometimes forget about when it comes to our own self-care. Massaging around the gallbladder channel. Just feeling for any changes along their scalp. Back to Du 20, uplifting the spirit and the viscera. I think this patient was asleep by this point again, just gently nodding in and out. sleep, very deeply restful. Now just preparing the skin for some Gua Sha, removing any excess oil that wasn't absorbed by the skin. We like there to be a little bit more friction before we begin Gua Sha. Gua Sha translates literally to scrape sand. Scrape referring to the motion, and sand referring to the petechia or sand-like bruise that we mentioned earlier. What you'll likely remark here is that the Gua Sha elicits a much brighter red color than the cupping did alone. The depth in which it reaches is much deeper into the tissue than moving cupping alone. For folks that run hot, this usually feels like an immense relief in tender areas or tight areas, which will often feel much lighter after this session. These areas of tension can be brought on by stress, buried emotions, lack of movement, labor work, and as always, cold weather and dampness can also set into these channels. For those that run cold, this typically feels quite wonderful as well, as it will allow qi and blood to warm the areas as we focus on specific channels to expel that cold and damp pathogen. Here you can see me pointing out the areas that were much more bright red after Gua Sha compared to cupping. Just working on some other areas that some might call knots. We see them as almost these little nodules, usually close to a vortex or what we call an acupuncture point. As always, we check in with our patient and see if they can handle the sensation. As I said, this patient was falling asleep, so he can definitely handle that pressure from the scraping motion. But you should never hesitate to speak out, whether you're receiving a massage or Gua Sha, acupuncture, whatever it might be. You should always feel comfortable to let your practitioner know how you're feeling. Yet another area of tension here that I want to make sure I give some more attention to. Many may not know that Gua Sha is actually also applied along the spine, as long as the individual spine is in good health. And this is going to further activate the dumai, the du vessel. And this vessel is one of the extraordinary channels in that it is not connected to an organ. Rather, it is a vessel that holds our extra yang, and thus it also helps to release heat. This vessel can be referred to as the sea of yang. It can impact brain function, spinal health, and the state of the spirit, including the effects on our emotional well-being. Often patients that have irritability, anger, mood instability in general can benefit greatly from this here, Gua Sha, along the spinal vertebra. The pressure is very gentle, yet the Sha is rising so easily. Surprisingly, there isn't as much Sha right at Dajue or Du 14, but more so along the areas that on either side correspond to the heart and pericardium, which are more easily affected by emotions. And now just removing any excess oil or dead skin cells that may have been exfoliated during the process. And pointing out where the patient is likely to feel tenderness later that evening while sleeping, and maybe into the next day. In a moment, the video you just watched will be played back from the beginning, only this time you'll be guided into a hypnotic trance, so you can experience the session in a more immersive and personal way. You can take a sip of water, go to the washroom, and get comfortable to prepare yourself for the hypnosis session. Simply allow yourself to settle in, laying down in a relaxed position. Eyes softly open, gently focusing on one singular spot. Perhaps a place on the wall ahead of you, just above eye level, or even a detail on your screen. Simply, gently and softly focus as you allow your breath to naturally slow down. Look into that spot as though you're looking through the screen or through the wall into a very pleasant scene. As you hold your gaze, notice how your eyelids already begin to feel heavier, calmer and heavier. With every blink, the muscles around your eyes grow even more relaxed. That's right. In a moment, I'll begin to count from 1 to 10. And somewhere before we reach the count of 10, maybe at 7, maybe even at 5, your eyes will naturally want to close, drifting into a deeper comfort and relaxation. 1, keeping your eyes fixed. 2, feeling each flutter of your eyelids stretch a little longer. 3, your eyes softening, your breath steady and effortless. 4, heavier now, eyelids like curtains ready to fall. 5, closing whenever they wish, effortlessly, easily. 6, even if they open again, when they close, you will enter an even deeper state of relaxation, going down, down, down. 7, going down, down, down. 8, eyes gently wanting to close now. 9, sinking down, down, down. 10, and as they close, you enter a beautiful calm state. Now, let's deepen this comfort together in your mind's eye. Imagine a gentle staircase descending before you. The staircase has 10 beautiful steps down. With each number from 1 to 10, you will step down, feeling more at ease, more immersed in this moment. You will feel your hand on the railing as you safely descend. Counting now. 1, floating down. 2, 3, heavier, softer. 4, drifting, floating. 5, surrendering tension now. 6, 7, deeper still. 8, lighter in mind, heavier in body. 10, now deeply, beautifully relaxed. You feel the warmth of the oil spreading across your shoulders and your back. Each gentle movement is both real and imagined, preparing your body to let go. With every glide, your muscles soften, your mind releases the day, and the rhythm carries you deeper still. Imagine the cups gently lifting your skin, creating space between layers of tension now gone. Each gentle pull feels like a sigh of relief. Stale energy has left the body. The Sha that appears is not just on the surface. It is your subconscious releasing what no longer serves you. Visualize all the channels in your body flowing like a ribbon of clear light, down, 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 down. The urinary bladder channel streams along your back like twin rivers of shimmering calm. The small intestine and San Jiao channels balance and harmonize, each channel opening, every pathway flowing freely. all these channels release. Your entire being feels unblocked, free-flowing, lighter. At the base of your neck, you feel a simultaneous warmth and a release of heat. This point shining, breaking away any stiffness, releasing wind, cold, dampness, and heat. Fresh flowing qi and blood up to your senses and your mind, your spirit. As awareness drifts upward to the crown of your head, you feel energy rising, 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 as if your spirit is gently lifted. You're both grounded and elevated, secure and expansive. Now imagine the smooth edge of a Gua Sha tool gliding across your skin with a rhythmic care. It scrapes away irritation, heat, heaviness, each stroke cleansing deeper layers. What remains is clarity, openness, a river of qi and blood flowing freely. Your whole back feels lighter, your mind more at ease, more still, your spirit more whole and aligned. Now, in your mind's eye, you are about to enter your safe place. This place is just for you. Is your safe place real or imagined? Is it inside or outside? Whatever place you choose to visit or create, all that matters is that you feel safe and welcome here. Notice the time of day or night. Take a moment to look up and down in your mind's eye, side to side. Do you hear any sounds of water, wind, or birds? Do you feel the breeze against your skin or moving your hair subtly? Just enjoy the beauty, the wonder of your subconscious here and now. And as you enjoy your safe place, find a spot to take a seat. And as you take a seat, feel your senses becoming more and more relaxed, going down, down, deeper down, down, down. All is well. You are whole. You are safe. You are secure. You are loved. You are taken care of. All is well. Day by day, in every way, you are getting better and better. That's right. Day by day, in every way, you are getting better and better. Take a slow, nourishing breath in, and as you exhale, notice how your shoulders feel lighter and warm with circulation. Notice how supported you feel by the surface beneath you. This session worked deeply yet gently. Your body is in flow, rhythm, even as you drift into deeper rest. You may choose to go deeper and deeper down, down, down into a state of sleep now. Or if you'd like, you can follow my voice as I count from 5 to 1. And if you wish to awaken, you will awaken at the count of 1. Feeling refreshed and calm. Counting now. 5. Integrating this healing now. 4. Feeling calm, vitality. 3. Starting to sense your consciousness in your body now. 2. Eyes starting to open. And 1. Eyes wide open, fully awake, refreshed, and calm. Thank you so much for joining me today. You did great. You're refreshed, rejuvenated. All of the muscles in your body are feeling calm. All of the channels are flowing freely. Day by day, in every way, you are getting better and better. That's right.